Have you ever stepped foot into a home where it felt like you were walking on a farm? And let me explain. Every step that you take, you're kind of watching out to make sure you're stepping on something that you shouldn't be. Three letters that you never want to hear from a buyer's mouth. EWW. Ew. And trust me, I've heard that before. A lot of times. Sometimes even before my clients step foot into the home. And that's the equivalent of what I call stepping on a property landmine. You don't want the buyer's attention to be turned away from your home because it's cluttered, it's filthy, it stinks. A poorly maintained home actually causes the buyer to question, what else is poorly maintained in the home? Should I be concerned about the roof falling off? Should I be concerned about the concrete perimeter, the attic, the piping? What else should I watch out for? And it raises a lot of red flags. A dirty home grosses out buyers, and you might be asking, well, why, John? And the reason for that is because buyers buy off emotions, and I'm sure you can definitely relate to that too as a homeowner. When you first bought the home that you live in right now, you probably walked in, loved the layout, the direction the yard faces, you fell in love with the neighborhood and the space, and this was the home that you were going to call yours. And that goes the same for any buyer going through your home. And that's exactly why it's so important to keep a well-maintained home. One thing that is extremely important to every homeowner is the upkeep and maintenance of your home. And let me tell you this, it starts the day you move into this home and not 3 days before you're about to put your home on the market and a media team comes in to take some HT photos, videos, drone footages of a home. No, it starts the day that you move into your home that you live right now. I recommend depersonalizing and decluttering your home at least once a month. And what I found out that really helps is to designate a specific area of your home to be a storage area. So, usually people pick a part of the garage that is usually untouched. Maybe they have some shelvings along the side that they never use. That would be the storage area. Or another good option is to use the crawl space under the staircase. I would store all of my seasonal items in the designated storage area. All of the items that are kind of sitting around my house, cluttering it up, that I don't really touch or haven't used in months. And I would just store all these items away, to free up more space in the home, but most importantly, to keep it clean. Cleaning your home every 2 weeks will keep it in pristine condition. And what I like about doing that every 2 weeks is, you can touch up and repair every little dent, every little chip. If there's a loose knob, you can tighten it up. It gives you the opportunity to thoroughly walk through your home to fix and repair and touch up the little things so that they don't pile up when you are thinking about selling your home. Let's talk about taking out the garbage, and trust me, this is gonna be in the buyer's mind when they walk through your house. Are there any fruit flies flying around? Do I sense or smell any odor, any garbage odor in the house? A good rule of thumb to follow is to take out the trash every 2 to 3 weeks, every 2 to 3 times a week. And the reason for that is to keep your home smelling fresh. All it takes is a little bit of effort, to walk outside and put that in the trash bin where it belongs. Another thing to really watch out for is the odor left behind from cooking strong smelling foods. Now this is quite prominent in cuisines with highly aromatic spices with a lot of flavor. In southern Eastern Asian cultures prominently, or Middle Eastern cultures, and my best recommendation is to keep all the heavy cooking in the second kitchen, also known as the spice kitchen. And if that option is not available, I would really recommend, wiping down the stove top, the hood fan, just making sure you clean up the kitchen space after, a heavy cooking session to prevent the smell from spreading throughout the house, because some people are very sensitive to smell, especially if it's coming from a particular food that they've never really smelt or tried before. Another odor to really watch out for is the sewage odor. Now this usually comes from the P-trap, so under the drainage of your kitchen sink or your shower drainage, there is a little P-trap, and the purpose of that P-trap is there's some water that sits in between the piping there to prevent the sewage odor from back flowing into the house. But this might be a prominent issue in primarily vacant properties. Now, the good thing is it's a quick fix. What you really need to do is to just turn the tap on and keep the water running for about 2 to 7 minutes. That way you allow the water to not only flow through the pipe, but a little bit of it to build up and settle in the P-trap, and that will keep the smell from coming back into the house. Pet smells must go. So if you're a homeowner with a pet, be sure to do your due diligence and put in that extra little bit of work when it comes to putting the pet food away, stowing the trays, the pet toys, and making sure that the pets are not in the house when there are potential buyers walking through. This is so very important because you don't know if the potential buyer has any pet allergies. And you really don't want to scare them away with any potential signs of a pet. And the reason for that is, again, you want to make them feel comfortable and visualize themselves living in the home. A good quick fix that I really recommend is investing in a couple of the water scents. The water diffusers. I know a lot of Japanese stores like Muji carries it. You can probably find it at Sage would have some. So I would strategically place the water diffusers throughout the house, probably one in the living room, and one in the master bedroom, as well as one in the kitchen area, just spots where your pets like to hang out and hang out a lot, where there's a strong pet odor. I would recommend investing in a water diffuser and putting a little bit of an essential oil into that diffuser as well. You'd be surprised. It helps freshen up the place, and it actually does a pretty good job of covering up the pet odor as well. Moreover, some buyers just are afraid of pets. There was some traumatic encounter when they were a little kid with a dog or cat, and they're just scared. And another thing to really watch out for is you don't really want to be liable for the actions of your pets. I mean, if you have a potential buyer that steps foot into your house and your pet was around and it scratched or it bit the potential buyer, you could be stuck in a legal situation that is easily avoidable if you just make sure your pet is not inside the home when you're showing it to other buyers. Last but not least, if you're a smoker or you smoke, or whether it's cigarettes, weed, vape, or whatever, it's really important that you step foot outside your home when you do so. And the reason for that is, buyers are really sensitive to the smell of cigarettes, to the smell of marijuana, weed, especially, if they don't smoke it. I mean, if you are a smoker yourself, you probably are used to the smell, but again, we just want to make sure that the buyers are as comfortable as we can possibly make them when they pay a visit to your home. After all, they're looking for the next home, so any potential turnaways or any potential things that we can do to keep them interested in our home is strongly recommended. So that concludes our second video for home sellers. Number 2 on the top 10 mistakes that most homeowners make when they're thinking of selling their home, and number 2 is a dirty home. And we've kind of gone through to address how to declutter, clean up, maintain the home, and most importantly, we got into the specific odors and how to handle them and treat them. If you like what you're seeing, please give a thumbs up, smash that like button, and subscribe. We're really excited about creating more content that directly helps homeowners like yourself and home buyers if you're thinking of buying as well in the near future. And we can't wait to create more amazing content to help you out. So yeah, leave a comment, subscribe, smash the like button, and we'll see you soon. Take care.